Good evening. Welcome. I hope you're feeling great. It is a Monday, and I promised that we're going to have our talk today on the spirituality of hair. So I hope you here you are excited for this talk. I think it's a very important talk. Um, it's an important talk for men and women, but I think we're gonna really uh, obviously talk about women because like it makes sense to just talk about us all the time. And sorry to the guys, but we always make time to talk about also stuff that includes men. But I think this time, and because of what brought this talk about, it's gonna just be an amazing thing for us to really talk about the women stuff. So hey, all of us have it, men and women have it. But currently in South Africa, we had a serious issue where and I mean, it wasn't the first time where hair was an issue in our lives. It didn't matter if you were old or young, with money or without. But that was the good thing, that it didn't really matter. And black people, I mean, black women, this was a problem with black women here. And obviously, I'm not going to waste time to talk about that because, we all know what's up with that. But I wanted, that is what sparked this talk for me, because I went through so much of that in the previous years. Here in South Africa, we've had a lot of those breakouts about hair this, hair that. And I mean, for some time I was in that, and also it just felt wrong. And I knew that there was something about me that was making me feel offended, feel a little bit weird about it. And then obviously I had to ask spirit to say, hey, by the way, I don't want to live like this. Why am I concerned so much? And then I found the answer, and when I took that answer and I put it to work, it just worked. So welcome, guys. I'm gonna read your comments. From my comments, I think that keeps running away. Please write your comments as you come in. Dogoza says we are important, Mos. Babala says, hey, Musi, had a traveling weekend and missed this. Oh, we are happy you are here, Babala. Tandega says, hello, coach. I'm so excited about this topic. Thank you for the 7-day challenge. It was life-changing. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness, we had our living in the moment 7 days challenge, living in the moment for 2 weeks. We finished on Friday and it was amazing. So if you missed that, oh my microphone, I hope you guys can hear me well because my microphone is doing things. So I hope you guys were able to do all that work. And I know some of you have not been able to do some of the day's work because obviously of the emotions, and obviously, it's a lot of healing and it's a lot of cleansing that you're doing there. So give yourself time, like care for yourself through this. Make sure that you're doing it, and it is serving you. And take time. If it must take you 30 days to get through it, it's okay. And if you're really feeling that it's hard on you, please make sure that you book a healing session. You all know my email, my PA's email. It's pa@busiselection, and book some time, and we let's do a healing. Especially, I know a lot of people have been stuck on day 2, and another day, I think it's 4 or 5, because it had a lot to do with energy that has been stored there, that has been troubling you. Hence, you couldn't move on with that, with your life in that aspect. So make sure that you get all the healing you need. And obviously, we talked about all the things that you could do in the meantime before you get the healing, on how to cope and what to do to cope that is correct for you. So please make sure that you go through all the days and do the work. Doing the work is the only thing, and unfortunately nobody can ever do the work for you. You know, you can't even hire somebody to do it for you. So please, guys, do the work. And you know that when you do the work, a lot changes in your life. So yeah. And welcome to everybody that is new to the channel. I'm Busiselesho. I always forget to do these things, guys, like because Sangiti, normally we don't have visitors. So I'm Busiselesho. I'm an international accredited money coach, and I talk all things spirituality, energy healing, money consciousness, and all things nje that is life and all amazing personal development things. So please subscribe, click on the subscribe button. As you come in, click on that like button. The like button helps all of the other kids on the planet to find the video, so make sure that you click on the like button so that other people can also find this, you know, get help. So yes, Tori also says the challenge was amazing. Thank you guys for doing it. Thank you for sharing it. And thank you for just tuning in every day. We're probably going to do this every Monday to Friday because it's good for us, right? Well, I'm enjoying it. So, and I know you also definitely benefit from this. So, yeah, tune in on 6 p.m. daily, and make sure that you click on the subscribe button and you click on the like button as we are about to begin. And I see everybody who's saying hello. I just keep oh yeah, yes. Crusader is on time. Almost on time, but you didn't miss anything, so you were on time today. Okay, so let's talk about the hair issue. So I want to let you know something that I found out. So literally today I'm talking about me and things that I found out, things that got me to understand this hair thing, things that got me to stop getting triggered by the hair story. And I know that we all get triggered differently. So for those that are outside of South Africa and that maybe don't know what we're talking about. So earlier, I think 2 weeks ago or a week ago, there was a website from a store in South Africa that sells hair products that put a black person's picture and a white person's picture. On the black person's picture, it was natural hair of that black lady that grew out of her scalp, and it was said that it's dry and damaged and what. And there was a white lady that has her hair that grew out of her scalp. Well, it looked like that. Now the other thing is that white women, a lot of women wear wigs from all over the world, but because it's normally like looks like their hair, nobody knows. So well, we will just say for this case, it is hair that grew out of her scalp, and it was said that it's soft, silky, and looking great. So of course, I have that hair that was said it's dull, it's damaged, and it's that's my hair. That's the hair that I deal with every day. That's my hair that I love. That is my hair that I care for. That I spend so much money in buying products for it. By the way, if you look at the world standards, black women and how they care for their natural hair is I think it's about a 16 billion industry. So other people think that when you have natural hair, you don't spend money. Actually, you spend a lot. So my daughter has a YouTube channel where she shows how she does her hair. My daughter's hair is amazing. My hair is great, but she's my hair is not as good as her hair. She takes time. My daughter takes 4 hours a day, like twice a week, doing her hair. It's either she's washing it, she's deep conditioning it. I take time, but she makes a difference in taking care of her hair. And obviously it doesn't look dull and thing, but it looks amazing. And it's it's the hair that grew out of her scalp, and it's long, and it's all sorts of amazing. My daughter is Namhle Selesho. So if you want to know how to care for your hair and make it look so much, check her Namhle Selesho. I'll put a link of one of her hair videos on the description box. Like, my goodness, my daughter has I think she's obsessed with her hair, but my God, she takes care of her hair. So that same hair that we take so much time and we care for it and we love it was said to be damaged and not great. Obviously, everybody was like, oh, hell no! Oh, hell no, no, no. Do not do that. And obviously, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, that is normal to us. And why are you saying that is wrong? That is how it's supposed to look like, by the way. It's supposed to look like that. It's not supposed to look anything else. So that is what happened. So now this is not the first time. This has happened, I think, the last time when it affected me thoroughly. I think it was about 3 years ago or 2.5 years ago. There was another story and there was a hair issue. And it was I think it was about wearing wigs and stuff like that. And it was also just like totally that kind of thing. I can't even remember what was happening, what was the story there, but it was those things that you hear it and you're like, oh my God, I want to kill somebody type of vibe. So, and at that time, it hit me hard. It hit me really hard. And I was like, Spirit, why? Why is this? Because, I wear a wig all the time. But at the time, I didn't know why I was wearing one, which I just thought I enjoyed them. And one of the stories that happened was that when I was young, I lost my mother at 6. All of you know the story. Then I was taken care by, whoever could take care of me at any time that they got a chance. And everybody that took care of me cut my hair because my hair is thick. My hair is thick. Like I've got that thick, nice black hair. My hair looks like it's got black dye. It is thick from the bottom and I've got few gray hairs on top here, but everything that is my hair is black, is like so rich. And now because of that, it's coarse and it's all that, it was so difficult to take care of. So everybody that I stayed with will cut my hair. So I always looked like a boy. I did not have hair. And because nobody was willing to just try. So I also didn't know how to try. The only person that knew how to do my hair was my sister, but I wasn't staying with her. So then everybody just like cut my hair, makes it easy. We don't have to deal with this. So then when I was like, oh my goodness, I can do my own life, I had hair and I enjoyed having like wearing long, beautiful hair. And for a long time, I just thought it was because when I was young, I never got the chance. But I didn't know the real truth behind why I loved this kind of hair that is long and beautiful and rich, and and I take good care of my wigs. So when 2.5 years ago, about 3 years ago, this happened, I was like, Spirit, no. I know that me and her, there is something going on. And obviously I know that it came from my young age, traumas with my mom and all that. But it must be a little bit more, because why am I feeling like this? Why are people just making comments and I feel pain, like thoroughly paining from these comments? Why do they? Because I know why I do it. It makes me feel good. I love it. And I know I've got a story behind it, but it shouldn't be an issue. So why? And that's when and then I remember I went into a whole 3-day fasting, because that's I'm that extra. When I need an answer from Spirit, I need it. And some answers I just cannot move on until I get the answer. And obviously my guides know, and I get an answer. So I did that and I got the answer. And that was the first time I knew about being a goddess, that all of us incarnate into this life as something. And there are people who were goddesses in their past life, in their past dimensions. And when they incarnate here, they incarnate and they come back to live that goddess life. And when you come back as a goddess incarnate, there are things in your life that will always go a certain way. And sometimes you don't know why they're happening, you don't know why you're doing them, but they are there. So the first time I had heard about Goddess Incarnate, and it was a great thing. But I learned about it in courses that I went to, in spiritual courses, because I've done so many spiritual classes all over the world over the past 15 years. I've heard of that also, different archetypes of goddesses, and I knew which archetype talked to me, but it just never clicked in me. Like, it was information that I knew, but it was information that I never used. So it was just one thing I know that I'd never used. And then at the time when I took the 3 days and I first did, and then God said to me, remember I told you went to so many classes that had goddess information, and I needed you to understand that, so that when a time for you to step into that fully, you will understand. But obviously it had to be something that triggers you into it, because all of us have that thing that God needs to trigger us with something, that we finally woke up to something. So like, this is a waking up, and I'm not waking you up only, I'm waking up a lot of women. I'm waking up a certain consciousness within women, because I created women and I gave them this amazing feminine energy and these amazing powers, but those powers were taken away from women, and I want to bring it back. So I'm waking up a lot of women. So all these women that are feeling this, like, raw anger towards this issue, I am waking up them, and they are actually goddesses that they don't know about this, but they are waking up, and it's not gonna be nice. It's gonna be a little bit rough, because it's a wake-up call type thing. A wake-up call is a wake-up call. So I found out about being a goddess. So now let me just give you a few things of what a goddess is, and how you have incarnated as one. So one of the things is that when you are a goddess, you always feel like taking super care of yourself. Like and that's the other thing. I take a 3-hour bath. And I take all sorts of baths. So I take an abundance bath, I take a cleansing bath, I take a manifestation bath, like literally almost every day of the week. There are a few days where I don't take a bath, where I shower, but my husband just knows. Like, once I'm in the bathroom, it's like, okay, fine, we will go do something with our lives until you come out. My kids know. Nobody ever knocks on the door. Once I'm in the bathroom, they know it's game over. They disturb me when I'm doing videos, but they don't disturb me when I'm in the bath. So when you are a goddess, you find yourself just taking super extra care of yourself. But also, when you're a goddess, you find yourself having people who find you like a savior. So you might not understand it yourself, but there are so many people who say, what, when you do this, you help me. When you say this, you help me. When you said that, when you did that, when you sold that, when you posted that, you changed my life. And you're like, but I don't get it. So when you're a goddess, you are sent here to be of light. So not many people look at you and they see change in their lives. They see some kind of a beauty. So they find all these things that makes them better about you. So, and you do this without knowing. But when you are a goddess, you always are here to save. So you are serving at all times. You serving with whatever you do. When you are at your home, how you work in the house, how you laugh, how you comment to stuff, you just make people feel good. I've got my friends, and they've got kids that are like my kids' age. Maybe let's say most of them are like between 2 and maybe like 12. And when they're at my house, they never want to leave because of that energy. So you are always finding that people get help from you. They could get physical help, they could get spiritual help, they could get help at work. You just like so helpful without trying. So that's when you're a goddess. So also, like I was saying about this thing of the bath, you find yourself always looking to take good care of yourself. And sometimes I know some women even feel guilty about that. Obviously, I'm spending so much money in taking care of this. I'm spending so much money in taking care of this. But that is it. You are a goddess. Goddesses are, they partner with kings, and that is the life goddesses live. They live a life of luxury. They live a life of opulence. And they live a life of just, perfection. Like, look good. But then when you go out, people just see beauty. They just see that. So 2 years ago, is it 2 years, I entered Mrs. South Africa because, it was around that time. And that is when everything changed. That is when I found out about this goddess thing, but I wasn't getting it. But then the thing is that you are given beauty as a gift. So you might not be pretty, but you are like so beautiful. And beauty is not what people see. People see a pretty person, but then beauty, they feel it. So everywhere, I mean, since I was young, people come to me and say, "You are so beautiful. You've got great skin. You've got great eyes. You don't look like South African. You don't talk like South African." I'm like, yeah. So that has been happening for all my life. But then every time people said I'm beautiful, I never just understood it. Because remember, when I was young, I got hurt so much. And one of the things that hurt me was that thing of, I was put down for how I looked. And I was made sure that I don't look, a certain way. So when people kept saying you're beautiful, I just never understood it. I had to go and enter Mrs. South Africa just for the sake of me understanding what beauty is. Because, I mean, if you're in a beauty contest, you definitely are going to understand what beauty is. So I entered Mrs. South Africa, and that journey was so interesting. But I finally, after that, understood beauty, what it was. And I knew that beauty was not something you look at. That's where I learned that beauty you feel. And people have been feeling beauty. People say I'm beautiful when I don't have makeup on. When I don't have, anything on, people still see that beauty, because when you're a goddess, that's what happened. But also when you're a goddess, you always, so coming to the hair thing, you always have something in your head. So kings and goddesses and queens always had to have a crown on. Like, a crown is standard for those kind of people, royal people. It's a standard. Because why? When you are a king, a queen, and a goddess, you have so much power to give. But your power is based on your hair. So most of and I mean, there's a whole scripture in the Bible about that guy. What is his name? That Delilah, did stuff to him, and he got what was his name? I can't remember his name. But Delilah found out that his power was in the hair, and then Delilah got to cut his hair for him. Somebody remind me of what the guy's name is. I see your comments, guys. Please comment. Keep them up coming. I'm gonna read them just now. So Solomon, yes, Agnes, Solomon found that his hair was where the power was. So when you're a king and a queen and a goddess, your power is in your hair. So now, how the whole hair thing works. So let me just go back. When you see black people's hair is a little bit, it's not a little bit, it's really in curly, like my hair is way too curly. So there's different levels. My daughter in her channel says the Sibani, the Siban, the Siban. So I'm like the lassie. My hair is a little bit too tangled. So that is what, the more your hair is tangled, the more you connected to the spirit world, the more your crown chakra is stronger. So normally you will see that people from Europe, their hair is a little bit, it's like straight. The more straight your hair is, the lesser okay. I wouldn't say they are less connected spiritually, but what I would say is that black people have more connections to spirit than people without that curly hair. So, and the thing is that you'll notice that with black people, their hair do not normally touch the shoulders. You could have the most longest hair, but when you're black, it stays just it doesn't touch the bottom of your neck. And so I think all of you have heard this, that when something bad happens, you feel your hair stand up there at the bottom. That is because normally, because your head is such an anointed thing, bad spirits normally do not go into your head. They normally start from that angle to affect you going down. So even when other people have this paralysis that happens at night, you will notice that during that paralysis, your head normally can move, but not your body. So your head is the one place that is so powerful that, like if you're short in the head, then it's a problem. But your head is the most powerful thing in your body. So black people's hair stay there. It stays there in the head. It doesn't go down, because that is it's kept in that holy angle, a spiritual angle. Now, when your hair goes down, as in your normal hair goes down a little bit, then it can be affected, because it carries that spiritual power. It's an antenna, literally, it's an antenna. So normally what kings and queens will do is that they will protect that hair. They will preserve it with the crown, and then they will let it down during the night or when there's a moon, because that's when they do rituals with. So obviously you use your hair for some rituals, and I mean, you guys know I do the stuff like hair and talk about all sorts of kind of stuff and rituals, and I'm still gonna show you some rituals. I'm gonna do another video show you some rituals that I do with my hair, just to harness that power. So when you have black hair that doesn't touch your shoulders, it's more anointed and connected to the spirit world and with your crown chakra than hair that will be long and straight. So, but what you want to do during the day is to preserve your hair. So a goddess will always have something in their head. It could be a scarf, it could be anything. So lately, because now we have, modern life, every goddess you will find her with a wig, because underneath there, the precious, amazing, powerful hair is sitting in a protective hairstyle, and she lets it out at night. And she works with it at night. But during the day, this is her crown that stays on and keeps that sacredness. So you will not see goddesses and kings and queens hair without them wanting you to see it. So they will only show it to you when there is a reason. And even all the people that have incarnated goddesses, it's not that they wear the wigs all the time, but they take it out when they want to. So Tinyuka is asking about dreadlocks. So that's the other thing. Dreadlocks are already in a protective environment. Dreadlocks are already made in a certain way that they are already in a protective styling. So it's no longer exposed hair. I don't know how to explain that. But dreadlocks are already been made into a very sacred way. So my daughter, she's 9 now. She's got dreadlocks, and she started to have them at I think when she was 7 or 6. She cried. I never liked dreadlocks. I had them at some point just because my hair, was good for them, but I just never liked them. She cried and she wanted to say she wanted to have dreadlocks, and I didn't know where she found this from. And then we started to have for her to do the dreadlocks, and then of course dreadlocks is already sacred enough for the hair is not exposed, and obviously you expose it when you want to. So when you're a goddess, you always have something. But then the thing is that I will always have something in my head, but I didn't understand why I felt the need to have something cover my head. So I could find myself wearing a cap. I find myself, having all these things done to my hair, but I just never felt. But then I felt so good when I had a wig on, or when I had a scarf on. it just made me feel a certain way. I didn't understand why that was happening. But then when that coming to Jesus moment happened, I understood why. So another thing is that you then find that a goddess is somebody that always wants like the best. They have the best they might not have a lot of money to buy expensive stuff, but they have the best clothes. When they buy, they don't buy cheap stuff of like, oh, I'm just buying because I must. They always have like the best. They will have few things and the best. I worried myself, like, why don't I want to buy everything that everybody's buying? But I just had few items that I wanted to buy. And at some point, I took everything out of my wardrobe and I gave it away. And I was left with few pieces that were so much of good quality. That made me so happy. So goddesses always like to have less things, but they want to have the best. If it's a bag, it will be. If it's shoes, it will be. I have less shoes than women that are my friends and know. But then I also have the best shoes. So I don't just have any shoes. And I'm literally all the time taking things out. So goddesses are like that. But also goddesses are people who are so disorganized. My Jesus. Now that one. So goddesses, even when they marry, they come into the planet with soul contracts of partners that are there to take care of her. Literally, they find a partner that like does everything for her. And that happens to me. Like, I know. That's how every boyfriend I ever had was either washing my clothes for me, all sorts of things. That people will be like, Kanjani, your boyfriend. I remember when I was in grade 8, standard 8, I had a boyfriend. He was in matric at the time. I was in standard 8. He used to wash my clothes. He used to come collect my clothes, but obviously at home they wouldn't know. He will take it to his house, wash it, and bring them behind. And nobody understood why and how. I didn't also. He just wanted to do it. So, but you have literal soul contracts with people when you come in here that will be like that. That will take care of you because that is how. And then you'll find yourself not worrying about having a PA, not worrying about having a chef, not worrying about having a driver, because this is just how you are. And sometimes you might even feel guilty about it, like, oh my God, normal people don't do these things, but you are not normal. So I've learned that I'm not normal. So definitely, do I have people who do stuff every time for me? Yeah, like literally everything. But the thing is that my calling in the planet is not about those things. My calling in the planet is about other things that I need to be doing 24 hours a day. So having a wig on for a goddess is not about you are lazy to comb your hair. It's not about you are trending because everybody has a wig on. It's not about the fact that you just like having a bad hair day and you put a wig on. No, for a goddess, that wig has nothing to do with that. That wig has so much work that it's doing than just being there for that. And I promise you, when you're a goddess, when they take off that wig, they're gonna find amazing things under there because you really take care of your hair. Like, lately I do these cornrows that look like they were done by a machine. There's this lady who does my hair amazing. She does them so nicely that my hair is so beautiful underneath there. And obviously there's times where I need to comb it out and and keep it a little bit long, but then I have to tie it. And there was a time where I stopped cutting my hair. But also again, goddesses change their hair all the time for all sorts of reasons, because sometimes there's things you need to let go of. Your hair shows it. Sometimes there's things that you need to receive. Your hair shows it. Sometimes and obviously there's levels to this. Goddesses, you will never find a goddess just eating like a crazy person, not taking care of themselves. And it happens that you find that you have not been doing, but you wake up to that fact. And the day you wake up to it, you never go back. You are not those people who like do exercise for slimming. You do it because you're caring for your body. You do it because, for you, exercise is way more important than just that. You don't eat crazy things because you're trying to lose weight. For me, when I eat, especially sugar that is raw for 3 days, I get sick, and I know why. And then all of a sudden, I need to go back and I have to drink this kind of teas and this kind of teas and do this and that to bring back my balance. So when you're a goddess, you don't just have a diet because you are on a diet like everybody is doing. You have a diet because for you, that diet is everything. It's that power that you have. And I talk about this a lot when I teach about feminine energy, that you harness it by those actions, but you don't do it just for the sake that you want to be skinny or you want to look beautiful for Instagram. No. A goddess looks beautiful not for Instagram, because every time a goddess fixes herself up and put on that perfume. During lockdown, I used to wake up and put on perfume and have me looking amazing. And like, a lot of people will be shocked and be like, wow, how do you do that? But when you're a goddess, you can't just like, you can't just be like a mess. No, it feels wrong in so many levels. And some of you know this. Some of you are in this channel, and most of the time you're doing this work that we're doing because you are a goddess incarnate, and you know what I'm talking about. You might not be following the rules and doing it, but you know how you're feeling like. You know that feeling comes through, and it just wants you to make things that you feel like, but why? So now, obviously, spirituality is it's a journey, and the more you do the work, the more you get into another level, the more that level increases. So sometimes you feel that, oh, this is a little bit hard for me to do in the meantime, but it is because you're just learning, and you'll see that when you've learned a little bit more, these things will be automatically. So there's a lady who came to me for a coaching, I think about late last year, I think around about August or so. She said, Busi, I work hard, I get good contracts and I make good money, and I always want to go and buy the best car and this, but I am scared, like I feel like I'm not reasonable, like I'm not doing things right. And I said to her, you know what, you are a goddess. You need to do those things, because the more you do those things, the more you treat yourself like that, the more things will come to me. She did not, she's like, Busi, no, what kind of a coach are you? I tell you, I'm wasting man. And so many women come to me and say, Busi, I feel like I'm a money waster. And I tell them, don't worry about the man, just do 1, 2, 3. And you will see more money will come in that you don't even think about, buying these things. She did that. Today, she is shocked that she started. She said to me. She said to me, beginning of this year, she has just made 6 times more the money she normally makes, but by just going on December and doing exactly the things that she wanted to do, and never feeling guilty about it, but doing it from that goddess energy, doing it from that vibe. She said, everything changed in my life. And I said, yes, when you allow it, because goddesses are people with money, and then I know all of you are probably in this channel because Bella, you are destined with money. Your money story needs to be something, and you probably are definitely goddess incarnates, because all goddesses are moneyed. There's no goddess that's broke. It's just a matter of maybe she will have money for things that she wants to have, but there's no broke goddess, never ever. So obviously, why are you here listening to money things? Is because you're getting better at your money stuff. Hence, you can be able to do all those things. So getting a massage for a goddess is like a standard. Other people think a massage is a treat. No, for a goddess is like, I need to receive. Goddesses are all about that energy of receiving. Goddesses are all about that energy of they give and they receive. So when a goddess gets a massage, it's not about a massage. It's about the fact that she's practicing her receiving vibe. Because when you're massaging a goddess, you're massaging somebody. One of the things that I can just give you an example. When a person cheats on a goddess, they feel the most hot way. They literally will come back to you and say, you know what, I'm sorry, I cheated last week. Because you don't do those things with that energy. But you must allow yourself to take on that glory of being a goddess, and then obviously doing the work of being a goddess and doing serving people, because a goddess is all about serving. But so then you get the benefits. So if a person cheats on you, I mean, people do that. They'll take my course and go give other people, then they'll come back, and those people come back and say, I'm sorry, but you know, I need to pay you because da 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 da. People come back and do that all the time. You can't cheat. Your partner cannot cheat on you and not tell you they cheated on you, because they can't keep it to themselves. They just doesn't work like that. So those are the things that goddesses are. So when you're a goddess and you're wearing your wig, oh my goodness, make sure that you never ever feel small about anything, because you know when you're not wearing a wig just because you don't like your black hair. Oh hell yes, your black hair does the magic. You work with that thing like nobody's business. So there's no way you don't love it. I mean, I love my hair like anything. So I don't wear a wig because I don't love my hair. I wear a wig because it's a good crown that preserves that hair for me, because it's got work. It's got serious work. It's not something to play with. And obviously, I mean, there are people who have their natural hair out because they are proving a point to somebody, because you must take me serious with this hair. But others are thinking, I must have short hair because I can't afford, you know what. Those reasons are for those people. It's fine, whatever reason the person has for the hair that they have or the wig that they have. Everybody has their reason in the planet. But what I'm saying is that when you feel that you must be wearing a wig, but then you're feeling like, oh, wearing a wig is not good. I am Lisa team, we are black people. No, you're not. Do not feel guilty about it. You are just doing your spiritual work. I promise you, you are doing your spiritual work. I mean, earlier on I used to post my pictures of my natural hair. People be like, but you are more beautiful with your natural hair than I'm like, I know I'm more beautiful with my natural hair. People like, Pussy, please don't ever put on a wig because you are more beautiful. I'm like, guys, I know. Everybody that knows me with my natural hair says I'm more beautiful than, but they don't understand. I need the wig because the stuff, this thing is performing its work. Okay, let me read your comments. I've been talking too much. So tell me your hair stories, guys. Tell me your hair stories. Oh my God, let me look for this side. I can't see all the comments there. So tell me your hair stories, because wow, all of us have them. Your hair story. Okay, so where did I? Okay, so Mandisa says, hey, Mandisa says, our hair is our power. Totally. And then Tinyuko says, what about dreadlocks? Okay, we've talked about that. Okay, Mandisa uthi we uthi nasishisa ngedye. Oh, let's talk about idye. So idye also is goddess vibes, because idye changes the environment of the hair, changes how the hair looks. So all the time you'll find that goddesses feel like they should have their hair pink. Sometimes they wanted to have it blue. But then goddesses changes their hair every day, guys. Like literally, you can have a person changes their hair daily. So I knew that my daughter is also a goddess incarnate when she had blue hair and it looked amazing. And I was like, okay, fine, that's it. I mean, the way she cares about her hair, the way she does things to her hair, but she just seems to know when to put up her hair. And like during the day, she normally puts her hair up. At night, she lets it go. Like, I never taught her all these things. I don't think she sees me because she does it better than me. So, but then she had blue hair for her birthday. And I was like, okay, that's it. Wow. So don't worry. It dye. It's all goddesses will dye their hair blonde, will dye their hair pink, blue in 1 week. Nana says this is interesting. Tandika say, is there a link to the head being cold when you don't wear anything to cover? Yeah. So very important, Tandika. Goddesses will feel their hair cold. It happens to me all the time. because that code is telling you, hey, by the way, something is missing there. So you will feel the code. Like I am always cold in my hair, like always. Okay. So Kia says, I recently gave away 90% of my clothes. I have few items. It's so painful. I'm waiting for a miracle to get best clothes. Yeah, I know the feeling of you just want it out. You want all of the stuff that you have out. But then that is when, because you know you're a goddess, you receive so much back. So yeah, but then also goddesses just are not people that wants to hoard. Like my husband is tired of how I'm always saying, we need to clean up this, we need to give away this, we need to. He's like, but like, why? Like, but I don't want to see stuff just, I want things out, and unfortunately I can't be the one doing them because most we also can't do anything physical and domestic wise. Okay, this is interesting. Tepiso say, this is so me. My mom once reprimanded me ukuthi ngidlala ngomntwana wabantu. Yeah. And umntwana wabantu Tepiso wants to do these things. Umntwana wabantu just like wants to do it. You feel good, this thing is done. You just have no idea what's happening, but umntwana wabantu wants these things to happen to them. Kia says we need that lady's contact. Which one? Kia, what was I saying there? Scully says, what about the gray hair? I have gray hair, so I dye it to keep it. Oh, girl. Well, do dye it. It doesn't matter, but gray hair is just like most goddesses have gray hair, and it's just to oh guys, the internet, but wisdom. So that gray hair is, but I enjoy mine because it's got that, like, it looks so classy. Like, it looks so classy. So but if you feel like dyeing it, go ahead, girl. Baba, why are you talking about me? I have been that kid that has been wearing PJs with high heels and makeup. Yeah, true goddess style. Definitely true goddess style. Montomi says, what happens when you know that you want a king kind of guy, but accept the lesser who will never satisfy your desire? Oh, Montomi, you definitely come out of that. Like, and you stay there, but you know that I'm not supposed to be here. And even if the guy is not perfect, but he's the kingship type vibe, you fix him some sort of a way. You turn up your feminine energy, and he gets fixed, and he actually wants to get fixed, so he gets fixed so easy and quick. But when you have a guy that is not kingship vibes, girl, he's not, and you just that you need to come out. And obviously you gain enough strength, and then you just come out. You're like, because it doesn't work. Like you girl, I promise you, the kingship kind of guy, they will know that my queen needs water when she hasn't asked for it. So that's how we roll. I promise you, my PA knows when I need water before I need it. Before I am thirsty, she already feels. She's like, can I bring you some water? I'm like, this one. Why is she bringing me water? And then by the time she's planning to give me the water, and I'm like, yeah, but anyway, I do need the water. I feel like I need the water. Damn, how did she know? So, but then my husband again, literally, guys, he knows when I need to sleep. I promise you, it's weird. It's weird. So yeah, you will be able to just have enough strength to say, you know what, this is not it. My comment. Okay. So Goddess says, and I rest my case. No, it makes sense. I'm a goddess. Titopa says, I absolutely like the Turkey. Great answer. You are God. And thank you so much. Catherine says, the only thing left for me is getting that money through. Don't worry, Wena, Catherine. That money is coming in. You're doing the work, girl. You're doing the work. So do not worry. Mantombi says, I'm full gray. I never colored it. Yes, Mantombi is full gray. It looks amazing. Her hair looks like, wow. As much as I own luxury car, but I do enjoy driving myself, especially to buy groceries and stopping by the petrol station. The things that when you're a goddess also, like, you change so much. One day you want the travel, one day you don't. One day you change so much and you enjoy the change and you enjoy all this vibes of who you are. But then also you're not like everybody. Yeah, like you do things in your own way. You don't follow the crowd. You just do stuff and then everybody's like, why? But then you don't care also. um okay. Nwagazi says, what happens when I relax my hair? You know what, girl? I say relax it. As long as you honor it. I mean, if you're relaxing it because you're caring for it, then do it. There are people who just, their scalp will not take relaxer. My scalp can take relaxer anytime. The thing is not what you do with the hair and what you don't do with the hair, which is the same thing as you wear wig or you not wear wig. It's not about that. It's about whatever you do to it, and you do it with that care, hence you dyeing it or not. You're not doing it because it's a fashion. You're doing it because that's how you care for it. But then if you put the relaxer on just because when you're thinking it's gonna fix your bad hair days, then it's not right because you're not caring for it. But if you're relaxing it because you want to take much better care and that relaxer is there to make that thing happen, girl, put on the relaxer. All I'm saying is, Mina, I understand it that you must do it because you love the hair so much that you want to care for it better. So I have product in my hair, but because it's very tough, and when they blend it, it's so tough. So I had product that just made it to be a little bit softer, and it works. So, and it's easy for me to and do it at home and do my things with it, and then also just tie it up nicely in a bun, and then it's fine. So do it. There isn't don'ts and do's and don'ts. As long as you're doing it for the right reason, which is to care and you live your goddess life, then it's fine. Do not let people make you feel small. Don't. Okay, so the Tabiseng says, I have long, beautiful dreadlocks and I'm so in love with them. Yay! Yes, Tabiseng. Oh, those things are amazing. Golia says, I love this topic. I now understand myself and my spirituality. Thank you. Nolo says, now this makes sense. I don't have protective style and covering my hair with wigs. I wear Duke. Yeah, a Duke also is great. I mean, there's amazing Dukes that looks total. A lot of women in Nigeria, woo! They have their Duke game on point, and they live like goddesses, those women. Like, my goodness, their men know. Like, wow. Oh, the lady who does nice controls. Yes, she's in town. She's in Hatfield. I'll give her details. Hlulani says, I cut my dress in January this year after 12 years. I cried that day at the salon, but I knew it was time, to let go of the energy. Yes, I've been dyeing my hair and I bought my face wig, so happy and free. Yes, so goddess is like, do all sorts of drastic things with their hair. Like, drastic things, but it's just another level of spirituality. It's another level in their lives, and they just, like, it's so interesting what goddesses do with their hair. Like, it's so interesting, but it feels good all the time. Like, other people really understand. Other people just have hair because they have hair, but goddesses don't have hair just because they have hair. Like, it's something more for them. Lerato says, also, could this be a reason why my exes never want to completely cut ties, like hang around even when there's no longer sexual elastic? I had all of a sudden a call. Yeah, Lerato, no, they can't leave that energy. They will beg you to be friends, and I know this because it happens to me. They will beg you to. They will call you like after like million years. And my husband is always like, Mara, why? Mara, why? Like, oh my God. Because that energy, when you are next to a goddess, you feel like royalty yourself. So even if they don't want sex no more or anything like that, they understand that this is over. They will just want your voice or your high or whatever, just because you have that vibe that makes them feel comfortable. And a goddess is all about caring for people. So, yeah, I mean, you can't blame the guy. Everybody needs a good vibe. Um, Busi says, I cannot bring myself to buy a wig. I love my hair. It's full and grows effortlessly. I left Relaxes 12 years ago because I bent only for it. Oof, yeah, to shrink after a week. Yeah, Busi. So again, that's the thing. You take, like I'm saying, my daughter does not touch relaxer, does not go any near it. She just works with her hair, like I'm saying, twice a week she spends 4 hours with her hair. I wonder, I'm like, Kani, you not done? Like, no, she does all sorts of things to her hair all the time. It's deep conditioning. It's the way she dries, she doesn't use a hair dryer on it. She dries her hair in all sorts of ways, and but oh my goodness, she enjoys it. So yay, Busi, yay, that's it. Agnes says, my hair story is very personal. I had a pretty problem with cutting my hair since I was a little girl. At home, they all know that I cannot cut it even when there's a funeral. Yeah. The Tapa says, can you explain synchronicity of how we can work with it? What is you don't like? Oh, okay. So, Tapa, wait. The last question I don't see here. I don't understand it. What is it that I don't like here? I don't like bathing, but love being taken care of. Okay, so let's talk about the what we work with it. So definitely, because now it's an hour that I've been talking, I'm definitely gonna do a part 2 of this, and I'm gonna share with you. There's an amazing manifestation ritual that I do with my hair, and it goes with the bath, it goes with the full moon, but then it also goes with how you care for the hair, and and then because hair is supposed to be dead cells, but hair also has like it charges, like when you if you rub your hair a lot. Like I remember at school we used to rub it with a ruler, and then you will take the ruler and put it on top of papers, and the papers will attract. So when you do stuff to your hair, it can attract the things you wanted to attract in your life. So you use it like a magnet. So if you know that you want to manifest something like a certain thing, then you will do a whole ritual where the hair will be the antenna that connects all those vibes. So I'm definitely going to do a video on this if you guys want to know more on those things. Okay, so it's almost an hour I've been doing this. So that is why I wanted to share with you guys that. And in that 2 years that I've been doing this, I mean, I've learned a lot also about my crown chakra as I finish, because our crown chakra, the chakra that is on top of our head, it is a chakra that connects us with God. It connects us with the higher power. It connects us with our higher self. So the more you take care of your hair, the more you open your crown chakra, the more you can hear from God easily, the more you can connect with your purpose, the more you can connect with your vision, the more you can be able to help more people. When your crown chakra is open, that is the chakra that gives you power to do what God puts you to do in this planet. So when you take good care of this part of your body, this holiest part of your body, you are connecting more with that higher power. So the more you do your skin routine, that you do all your 7 steps, you tone, you exfoliate, you put a serum, you put your eye gel, you put all these things, and then you put in your wrinkle, whatever, before you finally put your moisturizer. You're taking care of this. You are opening your crown chakra. And when your crown chakra is open, and is feeling amazing. That is when you find yourself in your purpose, that you find yourself even with your purpose work actually brings you more rewards. So you get more clients, you get more, I mean, you get an increase at work because you're taking care of the crown part of you. So take time, guys, to care for your face. Take time to fix your teeth. Last year, I actually went and did my teeth was starting to be like brownish, and I did a whole whitening of them. Now they look amazing. So take time to, I mean, if you must do your brows and tattoo them and whatever. I mean, I did mine. That thing, yeah. What is it called? The thing where you do your eyebrows that they tattoo them, that they look nice all the time. Why am I forgetting the name? So if you must do that, do it. Like, take care of this place. It counts a lot. So I'm definitely going to do another video, and we're going to talk more about the whole crown chakra thing, and we're going to talk about more of this goddess things vibes, and I'm definitely going to share rituals on what I do with my hair for attraction. It works so much. Using your hair to attract what you want is a perfect deal. So thank you so much for tuning in. As usual, please click on the like button. Please make sure you click on that like button. Microblading, thank you so much, Deep Top. Okay, Loretta says, is it why when I undergo healing and restoration, I'm led to cut my hair? Yes. So there's so many levels. Sometimes you feel like cutting it, sometimes you feel like leaving it in, but also be careful who touches your hair. Very important. The people who touches your hair, like, you must also have like a whole cleansing thing when you come back from, maybe like you went to, oh it's my week, I don't care, like they can do them. But when the person who touches my hair, like, yeah, like I do a cleanse when I come back, because it's important for you to cleanse your hair vibes. That hair works. Kolile says, me pursuing beauty pageant is because I have always felt like a queen inside. Yay! Always imagine myself being endowed with a sparkling crown. Yay! Even my wedding had. Oh, that is so amazing. Oh, yeah. So totally, those are goddess vibes. And honor them. Honor them. They are there for a reason. Honor them. You'll see the more you honor them, the more things in your life will open up. But the more people you will serve, the more of your purpose you will be into it, because you will be caring up for your crown chakra. You will be connecting with God. You will be allowing your purpose to just go full blown. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. We're definitely going to have more videos like this. Tomorrow we're talking about, what did I say we're going to talk about tomorrow? There's an important topic we're having tomorrow. My goodness, why did I forget it? I wrote it somewhere, yeah. But it is a good topic. It's a good topic. Tune in tomorrow at 6 p.m. and on Friday we're having our new moon. It's a new moon, so we're gonna have our new moon talk, I think Thursday or Wednesday, so that we can prepare for this new moon. It's totally an amazing one. You want to tune into this one, so make sure you tune in every week, every day, 6 p.m. and click on the like button, and then share the video with other people, so that I mean, especially with the hair thing, Goddess Incarnates needs to know that when they talk about hair that is not right or wrong, they're not talking to you. Just do not be in that vibe. They are not talking to you. You know what you're doing. They don't know what they're doing. You know what you're doing. If they say it's dry and what, you're like, good, it's fine. Let it be dry. You know what you're doing, so don't worry about stuff like that. Mandumi says, I cut my own hair. Wow. I wondered anyone places or something. Yes. So it's very important who touches your hair, your like scalp and stuff. It's very important. So also when you come back from having your hair done, you just definitely want to do like a cleansing. So spend some sage or impepo, and then bath your head with salt water. That will help you with the cleanse. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Till tomorrow, And on Wednesday, we're having our new moon talk. And we're going to talk about what stuff we need to do with this new moon. New moon is time to create new things. So, I'm always for the new moon. The full moon always shows me flames, but the new moon is like, yay, my thing. So tune in. Thank you so much. Have a lovely, lovely evening. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. And the one last thing. Book My Name Apple is on my website, ebusiseleisure.com. Nolo says, for some reason, I was not shaken by that black hair drama. Yeah. A lot of goddess incarnates who had already understood what's up, they just did not feel any vibes. So a lot of the ones that needed to wake up are waking up. They are waking up. I know there's one lady who is just like, I'm never gonna wear a wig again because maybe I'm not black enough. Maybe it means I don't love me being black. I'm like, girl, please. You don't love you being black. Hey, you have serious issues then. If you even thinking that you wearing a wig is because you're not loving being black, and you have serious problems. Go deal with them. Go ask your ancestors. Go do something with your life. You have a problem if you even think that wearing a wig means that you're not black enough. Like, guys, I love being black. And there's nothing else that I can do to myself to not be black. So I cannot be black more than this. So people will be like, I'm having my black hair because I love it. Because I need to show people that I love it. If you need to show people that you love it, then you don't. Make another plan of loving yourself. Okay, so and then we have a retreat. I think there's only 3 spaces left. We have a retreat from 2 to the 4th of December. It's going to be totally amazing. We're going to be doing healing. We're going to be doing manifestation rituals. We're going to be doing all sorts of things that we need to be ready for 2021. And we're going to be cleansing stuff from the past 2020 and all that stuff that's at the back. We're going to be doing a lot of cleansing and a lot of healing and energy healing, and we are going to be setting up our intentions and our manifestation for 2021. So make sure that you come through my PA's email. It's pa@busiseleisure.com. Please send her an email and say, save me a space. If you also can just send me an inbox on Instagram, Busiseleisure on Instagram, and say, save a space for me. I think we have only just 3 spaces left now. So yeah, make sure that you you sign up quickly, as the space is not enough because of the COVID stuff. So we really have to take a few people. I'll have to go and answer to Facebook people who I never told them about the retreat, but then I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Thank you so much, guys. Have a lovely evening. Bye bye.